Well, if it isn't your boy TMBT back again with another video, only this one is a mandatory one needed to be done right before the premiering of the third and final season of none other than Amphibia. Also, I'm pretty darn certain that the Owl House will be ending after its third season as well. I guess everyone's learned their lesson after what was the Star versus Catastrophe. Yeah, but we don't really like to talk about that. Anyhow, today's video will be touching base on the mind controlling of Marcy Wu, the genius good doer gamer girl that too had flaws beyond anyone's predictions. It was a small portion included within the original presentation given to us from Matt's Q&A with the team, and yet there are some things to recognize. And so with all those disclaimers out of the way, let's without further ado, roll that introduction, baby. First things first is that clearly there is a voice unheard of until this point, meaning that this could be of the main creature villain Andreas so dearly praises as his lord. A creature that may or may not be named as the Knight, being that if it wasn't for Andreas intentionally undoing the prophecy, the trio may have very well easily beaten both Andreas himself and the giant being. Now I for one don't believe it was an accident for us to be given this very phrase during the promo.
Don't you think it's time to say goodbye to those childhood friends of yours?
As more than likely, despite Marcy's many tremendously remarkable good deeds in helping so many people and having the mind of a literal rocket scientist, she still has some deep inner demons. A perfect example as proof is that she purposely undid the prophecy for Andreas, thinking that her and her friends could stay adventuring forever as long as she never had to face the cruel reality of leaving out of state from her hometown back on Earth. Not exactly taking her friends' opinions on the matter as a consideration while doing so, with Sasha and Anne especially actually yearning to return back home. We even hear Marcy breaking down and explaining desperately to her friends as to why she went along with Andreas' deal, even going as far as justifying her actions by saying this.
Look at how much you've both grown. Look at Sprig. I gave you this. I gave you everything.
After seeing this clip of Marcy's potential possession, this scene is key for this very moment, as Marcy possibly feels somewhere internally that her friends weren't grateful for everything she was trying to do to save their friendship. Because just as she felt as she had been giving to Sprig, she may have felt the same way about sacrificing for the sake of her two closest friends. And we really see that within the season 2 finale the most, with Marcy literally sweating in the background as Anne cuts off Marcy from being friends with Sasha, and as Marcy sacrifices herself in order to save the planters to get inside of the portal. And knowing all of this about Marcy and her emotional ties, but especially her weaknesses, both Andreas and the Knight, if that is the creature's name, will use this to their advantage in order to take control. And that's my logical theory on why I truly believe that this is how Marcy will become possessed by the Knight. I believe the same could have happened or may happen with Sasha, as she too struggled as well with feeling left out whenever her friends weren't paying mind to every bit of advice she gave within the group. But I'm sure that Sasha has probably outgrown those emotions by now after the finale's events, but only time will tell. I don't however believe that Anne would be affected by this, as she has a heart of burning passion for her loved ones and thinks highly of everyone. Plus she's practically a Super Saiyan, so yeah. Anne won't get controlled. Anyways, another thing to mention is that I'm certain that both Yunin and Olivia will attempt to free Marcy, but they'll soon most likely get caught, as shown here in this much more high-def clip. By the way, between you and me, I kinda regret analyzing that sneak peek with such low res, but at least I got the job done, right? Right? Whatever. I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Anyways, thank you all for participating in another Amphibia video. Please stay prepared for the season 3 premiere because oh my gosh, everyone should be excited. I am hyped for this season. And as usual, this has been the next big thing. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace!